Pisces, welcome to your in-depth reading for yours and theirs. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Let's get cracking. We got a lot to do. Baseline, clarification, oracles, charms, the whole thing. And we got to do it under 50, or I'm trying to. I'm getting better. I am. Totally. What's going on, please, for Pisces in their person? Common question, does it have to be about a significant other, spouse, lover? No. I am simply describing a dynamic that you share with someone else, and it either fits or it doesn't. That's it. I do read from the point of view of love, but there you go. It could be anyone whom you share that dynamic with. All right? So the basic rules apply. Take what resonates, leave what does not, and especially with yours and theirs, reverse energies as you need to, as energy interchange and exchange is real, rapid, and fluid. There you go. That's it, really. I'm going to tell you what I told Scorpio. It's Leo season. There you go. It's Leo season, and I always feel a little extra during Leo season, you know. So if anybody's offended with cleavage, I understand, but channel's probably not a good fit for you. I am what you call cleavage friendly. In fact, it is my personal belief that more cleavage would make the world a better place. I do. There you go. Hi. If you're new to the channel, my name's Christina. Welcome to Sassy Scorpion Tarot. A little different and happy to be so. Okay. What's going on, please? For Pisces in their person. Show me Pisces in their person. Show me Pisces in their person. What's going on? For those of you who want to know, we are using the Arcanum today. I've used this deck many times. I've repurchased it several times. It is lovely. It does wear down, unfortunately, very quickly, realistically. But I find that it's worth replacing. So, there you go. All right. 3 of Wands. Oh, the Devil. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. The Fool. Yeah, there's a strong something attached to you, honey. That's strong. That's very strong. Page of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. They move at a very different pace compared to you. Okay. They move at a very different pace compared to you. That's all earth, and that's all slow. And this is someone who says they're very comfortable with this particular speed. So I can tell you right now, if distance and or speed is an issue, it's already showing up. Hold on. Let's keep going. 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Death. I don't think you're compatible. I just immediately made me raise an eyebrow when I saw that. It's like, that's not typical Piscean energy. It's not. So it tells me it's kind of provoked. Okay. It doesn't feel natural to you because it isn't. There's something here in this connection that's not fitting your needs. And either distance or pace. And you need what you need. Distance is distance and pacing is pacing. And someone can either match you or they don't. And I see someone around you who they are stable. They are very stable, pragmatic, capable, but slow. And that's not wrong. There's nothing virtuous in either direction about being too slow or too fast. It's just who matches you. And I've got a shared energy of it's over, it's over, it's over. The Hermit. So you're in that position now of having to heal yourself to this, or what needs to be done. If it's so damn sharp, I don't know why I'm seeing it. I don't even know what that is. It sounds like neither lawnmower nor trimmer. I'm sure it's still something to do with lawn care. So Our Lady Perpetual Lawn Care strikes again. I don't know what that Devil is. I can see where the waiting here is. And it does, and it feels like perhaps you were waiting so long it got taken to a bad place. That it got taken to a bad place with the Devil, okay? Where you feel like you were forced in this position of always waiting. And that's not true. Only you can choose to wait. Okay, so let's make that clear. And it was like, but Christina, I don't want to hear but Christina. It's a choice to wait. So let's make that clear right now. And which reminds me, if at any point you find yourself becoming increasingly frustrated, upset, angry, or pissed off with a message, I understand. Okay? So do yourself a favor, pause it, watch it later, or don't watch it at all. I advocate free will. You have a choice. Okay? Now, it's just not for you. And you're trying to make it fit. It doesn't measure up, it doesn't sound right. That's because it's not for you. So don't force it to fit. You just upset yourself. Okay? Or something else is happening. There is a seed here. No matter how low or vibrating it is, nevertheless it's there because there's some truth in it. And that's frustrating sometimes. In which case I would challenge you. Don't watch it now, but watch it later when you're in a better place. Okay? because there's something in there for you. That's it. Yeah, I mean, I do the real stuff, guys. I don't, oh, they're going to come crawling back to you and offer you marriage and $10 million. I don't do that stuff. Okay? I just don't. All right, let's get cracking. Show me the Hermit, please. Show me the Hermit. Exclamation points. You're never going to believe what happens next, Pisces. That's not my style. Show me the Hermit, please. Now that's the advanced healer there. Okay, that's the big guns in healing. You might have some very strong Virgo in your chart. Heavy earth here, energy here today. Virgo, Capricorn specifically. We also have a dash of Scorpio. Nevertheless, it might be important. May not. It's about the energy, guys, not the power cards, but you know. People do like it when I call them out. Show me the Hermit. That's the one thing I will give into. I want to know what the play. I want to know it. Okay, fine. The Hermit, King of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. There's that determination in you. You're growing back into a place of comfort zone. Good. In terms of your emotional energy with that King of Cups, beautiful. Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. This has been a slow, steady process for you to heal. You have deep roots in this particular system, and you are pulling out some of the better aspects of yourself to grow alongside you at this time. I agree. It's looking like this is probably where your energy is supposed to be, and this is probably more akin to who you really are. Someone who is a deep reflector. Someone who walks. Some of you do rock it. Walk the road to empowerment through enlightenment. That's why the Hermit holds the lantern. It is not the easiest path, but he does so with diligence. He takes his time to arrive to the conclusions that he arrives to. And as you continue to walk your path of particular healing and shed light on difficult subjects, your mind becomes clearer, your heart becomes fuller, and it's done so with experience. And the Seven of Pentacles. And it's a slow, steady thing. And so it is. Some of you have been walking this path of enlightenment and healing for a long time and trying to get the best parts of yourself back in order. Okay. They were already there to begin with. It just feels like you're relying on some very heavy aspects of yourself at this time that you need. Okay, and it looks like there's a reason for that. This is not incidental. Okay. We don't start talking about the Hermit and the King and Queen of this, that, and the other unless there's a reason why. Okay. So this took a minute. Let's see what you was waiting on, honey. I don't know if it was worth it, but I know it put you in a bad place. But remember, we have choice in this, okay? I never recommend you wait on anyone unless you have damn good reason to. I mean, like, you have reason to. Reasonable hope, reasonable expectation. Otherwise, you're just doing this. You're always having your arm out like that. And then eventually it starts to go like this. Because you get tired. Always reaching for something that isn't there. Now that's unhealthy, okay? And some of you, with that devil there, you might have a pattern of it. You might have a pattern of finding yourself in situations over and over again where you always feel like you're the one waiting for something to show up, for someone to show up, for XYZ to fulfill itself, you know? Some of you might have a little pattern of getting yourself into that situation over and over again. Let's take a look. Putting your faith and trust in the wrong people, places, situations, circumstances. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Temperance. You really felt that you could work through this, whatever this is. You had a huge love cup for somebody somewhere, and you weren't asking for much with that Three of Pentacles, even if it was friendship. It's like, I can call it friendship. I can call it whatever the hell you want, is what you're saying. I can call it friendship. Sure. I don't care. There's love here. I have love for this, and I know you do, and you meant it too. With Temperance, just like whatever time you need, whatever time you need, whatever time you need, we can construct as slow as you need to. And so at first, it started out as a non-issue. Highly cooperative. You're like, what do you need? I got time and patience as the day is long, babe. What do you need? Okay, I am Pisces. Send me your grocery list. I'll knock it out for you. What do you need? Okay, so it makes me strongly suspect they weren't asking that back. What do you need? You're like, I'm cooperating. Look at me cooperate. Look at me cooperate. Look at me let me demonstrate to you how patient I am. I can't wait to prove to you how patient I am. You're worth it. I'm not giving you a hard time. You're telling me it was worth it. It's your energetic estimation and your 3D world too. You honestly understood this was worth waiting for. So I'll say that. You came by it honestly. You did. You really felt it was. And you thought you had some cooperation here. Like they were giving it back to you. And perhaps it started out that way. Perhaps you two are at very critical distance. I don't know. Like I said, this person's slow. So you can be right next to someone, next door to them, and you may not have advanced any sooner, let's say if you were 3,000 miles apart. If someone's slow and they're not willing to put in the same effort, you're going to get the same results. It doesn't matter how many miles there are between you. If someone's determined to not constructively cooperate, then you're going to get the results. I don't know. But you're saying, look at me though. I'm totally ready to cooperate. Whatever you need. I got love for this. Patience, compassion. You and I can construct this brick by brick. No pressure, no rush. We can call ourselves friends. I have a lot of love for this. Yeah, we can call ourselves friends. That kind of thing. Conceding to the old friendship because they don't want to commit to anything more, right? Yeah. Something like that for somebody, yeah. The devil. And then it started to turn bad. Yeah. Yeah. And it became a fear and anxiety. The stress. You know, how long am I going to be waiting? Exactly. Time has passed. For some of you, upwards to 3 years. It's there. For some of you, yes. You went on like this for 3 years or more. Yeah. And if it didn't develop further, you're damn right you're going to get a devil out of that. Yeah. You will be upset. Yeah. You will be angry. Yeah. You will feel like you're being used. Yeah. You will feel like you're always being strung out. So let's take a look. I mean, it's the evidence is building up. Let's put it that way. That shared. That was a singular vision for somebody. Woo! Over. Devil. More waiting. Oh, he's starting to get mad now. King of Swords, the Queen of Wands. It was attraction. I think that kept you going. I'm not trying to insult you. It's not a judgment. I'm not here to judge. It's the card spec. It has nothing to do with me. Okay. I think it was attraction. I do. I know that you had love and you were willing to call this person friend, and you probably even told yourself, give it time and patience, and it will develop into something more. And I think the reason why you held out, even though you increasingly became frustrated, angry, they're attractive, they're charming. I strongly suspect I'm seeing a very strung out Pisces. I think you were strung along. There's somebody's charm, good looks, wit, I don't know. Even if they aren't a great beauty, you can still be very, very charming with the King and Queen of Wands, and passionate and flirtatious, and it makes you feel like you're special and you're unique and that they chose you and only you, and yet you don't seem to have anything to show for it. Why is that? I don't seem to have any more love than I did when we started how many years ago, and I don't seem to have any more evidence of you in my real life than we did when we started out. Shouldn't we have gotten past this Three of Pentacles thing by now? Oh, but you just said something really cute and flirtatious, and you made me feel super special right here in this moment. You know what? I can wait some more. I lost my patience. No, I'm fine. I'm not looking at my watch about how far we have developed or haven't developed. No, I can keep doing this. You see what I'm saying? It's coming together fairly quickly and pretty consistently. I think it was charming. I think this person's witty. I think this person knows how to... why they kept you on the hooks, why they kept you on the books, I couldn't say, except they move very slow. And you interpret them as being desirable. Even as you became increasingly upset and frustrated, you were still hanging in there. Okay, so I think you developed a little pattern with this person and with yourself. Okay, to keep it going. Now let's see that Fool. Oh, I know you opened yourself up towards this many, many times. Let's see if you started pointing your Fool in a different direction. You've been healing over here. That's very current, and that's very apparent. Show me this Fool, please. Show me this Fool. Show me this Fool. I already know how the story ends up, so let's make that clear right now. Show me that Fool, please. Four of Cups, Six of Wands, Six of Swords. Exactly. Thank you. Reason will prevail, yeah? I don't know how long it took you to do this. I just see that you're still in the process of recovering from it. I see now what led up to the Six of Swords. It's all right here. I honestly don't even need to clarify this any further. I could literally call your message done. I'm not going to, because I'll read their side as best as I can to understand the question of why. But it's really straightforward, Pisces. This one's not hard at all. This is like Tarot 101. What you experienced is normal, unfortunately. Yes. It's extremely common. And it's shitty, and it sucks. Okay? I know you probably feel like you were strung out, and you were. Somebody was playing with you, and they were. They kept you waiting. I will say this, when you went into it, you had really good intentions and positivity. Lovely positivity. And I even believe realistic expectations. But your heart space was showing up for a friend. They just need time and patience. I'll keep my distance, whatever they need. I don't know how long that went on, but it was enough that it became a toxic little pattern for you. And they turn on the old charm when they say that you get frustrated or pulling back, and then it brought you back, right? And you played into that. Okay? You did. I understand why. I do. Point is that you wisened up to it, and that's all I care about. You stopped being the fool for this person. Now, we all take our hand at the fool from time to time. He's meant to be a good energy. He's the fool. He doesn't know any better. He's not thinking about agendas. He's not thinking about pros and cons. He's not thinking about cost and risk scenarios. He's just the fool. He just knows he wants to live life. New beginnings, freshness of eyes. But you're like, oh, I don't have that freshness of spirit for this anymore. No, you don't. You're fucking exhausted. Four of Cups, you're emotionally depleted. You're down, you're upset, you're bummed out. Yeah, it might have felt good, but not enough to sustain you. In other words, there's that, I'm seen by this person, it feels good, they make me feel good, it feels charming right there in the moment, and then it dies because there's nothing to sustain it. You're right. Six of Swords, you moved on from it. Whatever that temporary inflation was, overall, you felt emotionally bad about this. Upset, disappointed, left hanging, unfulfilled. Okay? Every now and again, you would have an inflation of feeling good. And that's what that kind of charming, lovely energy does. Pulls you back in a little bit. It's like, okay, well, maybe, they'll love me more tomorrow. The Six of Swords, I'm fucking done. I can't be the fool towards this anymore. There's a difference between being foolish and a fool. Right? You're going to be a fool, be a proper fool, but don't be foolish. Right? No more foolishness with this. You're done. You moved on. I don't know why I'm singing it, unless, of course, it's very, very, very fresh. You are on the road to recovery. This is who you really are. You're not a sucker. You're not an idiot. You're not a moron. You're someone with a big heart and a strong mind and actually really strong healing skills. But for some reason, you didn't seem to know how to apply these, the best of you, to this situation. This is the you that should have been showing up for this. I'm looking at this, and while I am attracted to you, and I could even have a heart space for you, you've made it clear that you're at a distance, or that you move too slow. And my being a smart Pisces and a full-hearted Pisces, I can kind of see that you're not fully in this for the right reasons, and that you're probably just going to string me along. So no. That Pisces, had you been more of your authentic self for this upon meeting it and greeting it, I don't think you would have entertained it at all. But you fell for it pretty quickly. You did. But also, to your credit, you really thought there was something to fall for. Okay, so I think you lowered your standard. I think you lowered your value to accommodate whatever you thought this was. And that was the first mistake, because now you're having to get back into who you really are. Because the real Pisces, I don't think, would have fallen for this shit. I really don't. Something to think about, okay? Let's take a look at this. Again, there's nothing wrong with being slow, just so long as you have some sort of consistent results to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Show me this Page of Pentacles, please. Show me this Page of Pentacles. Show me this Page of Pentacles. Little guy. All right. Show me this Page of Pentacles, please. Show me that Page of Pentacles. The Fool, Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, they really thought that they had an open heart, that they were being a fool with you. They really thought, oh God, this makes me feel good. I got an Ace of Cups too. I'm totally ready to fill it, Page of Pentacles. So the intention was there. It was the small one, little guy. The intention was there to invest heart space, Ace of Cups, just like you. Nine of Cups, they got a lot of pleasure and sense of self-fulfillment in this. And the Fool, they understood that they were opening up towards you, and they kind of believed it. Okay. So that's why you believed it, because they believed it. Right? Yeah. That's why you had reasonable, or what you felt was reasonable expectation to get yourself in this. So you're like, you got a Page of Pentacles? Hey, you know what? As long as you feel the same, I can do a Three of Pentacles. You just need patience, you need time. I will say this, they seem to genuinely feel good things towards you when they initially started investing, but it was very small. But the authentic heart was there. Why it didn't expand more? Because they said they can give more, theoretically. King of Pentacles. They're supposed to be generous when they're in love, you know? And when the King, Queen of Pentacles are in love, they're supposed to be generous. So, I know that they were feeling good when they met you. And it's like, I'm opening up towards Pisces. Yeah. Yeah. Are you, though? I'm sure it felt that way at the time. King of Pentacles. I think they wanted the freshness. I think they wanted the newness. I think they wanted their heart to be inspired because there's something, if that's a compliment to you, I hope it is, because they felt something in you, towards you, and they wanted to feel it. They did. I understand not diving in right away. I understand being conservative. But where's the follow through? You know? Tower, Page of Cups, Seven of Wands. There's the realization right there that the heart space wasn't really as open as they had thought, but more to the point, they didn't allow it to. And they don't know that they did this. When they first met you, there's all that burst of energy that gives us hope, right? Oh God, this is exciting. This feels good. This makes me feel good. This is a dream come true. My heart is totally open towards this. Page of Pentacles, just a little bit of investment. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Nothing crazy. I feel crazy. That's a lot of energy. That's, oh God, that's great. Right? And that's the high. That's the immediate infatuation. The fact of the matter is, this person, when we dig deeper into their actual personality as the King of Pentacles, they're not so generous. Okay, their heart wasn't as open as they had supposed, or they had felt. It's like they hit that high, that in-love high really, really fast, and they had been blocking it quite a bit. This is that person who feels a lot and then starts to deny almost immediately that they're feeling a lot. And it was a radical shift. It's almost like it scared even them. I'm feeling way too much too soon. And then fear took over. Otherwise, a very practical person. Like I said, when the King, Queen of Pentacles are in love, they're supposed to be generous, nurturing. I need to care for you. That way I know that you're okay and that you're in my life. Because I need you in my life. That's what they do. They're about that need, honey. Do you need me? It's almost like they're afraid of how much they felt so quickly, so fast. And then, boom, there goes the wall around the heart. What they felt got shrunk really quick. Not because they weren't in love, it's because they were, and it almost freaked them out to realize it. It's a lot of in-love energy. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups, you know. And the Fool, feeling like an idiot, but a happy idiot. One that's willing to open up and take a risk. And it started out with a little page. But man, something about the reality, when the reality hit, this is happening way too fast, or this shouldn't be happening at all, or maybe I was wrong. That's defensiveness, that's walls, that's literally blocking the heart. It was scary. It was too scary. As the King of Pentacles, not that page, fuck the page. As the King of Pentacles, to own that energy, it was scary. It's one thing when the King of Pentacles allowed his little page to indulge in those big feelings. I feel so good. I'm not taking it too seriously, but oh my god, this feels really good. But when it came time for that King of Pentacles to actually own that shit, walls. 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 1,000 times over walls. And it happened pretty fucking quick. So that's why I'm saying all that for you. Okay. Yeah, again, it's not because they didn't love you or that they were lying or that they weren't in love. It's almost they were scared at how much they did feel. When it came time to exercise it in that King of Pentacles world, the walls went up. Boom. It's fear. I see fear. A lot of fear. Show me that Knight of Pentacles, please. Show me that Knight of Pentacles. Show me that Knight of Pentacles. Show me that Knight of Pentacles, please. Show me that Knight of Pentacles. Slowly but surely. Show me that Knight of Pentacles, please. Dude, I know things like this happen, and it kills me because everything they needed to know was actually on their first instinct. But who they really are, when it came time to really own that shit as the King of Pentacles, they bowed out, man. The world. They couldn't go beyond a Page of Pentacles. Their truer self, I'm sorry. They stopped moving altogether. This is a lesson this person has to learn. It is for them to learn it. You can't make them, you can't force them, and as far as I can tell, you've moved on. Not without pain, not without frustration, not without hardship. And I know you feel like you were being led on. Your energy's interpreting them as they were just charming, or they were dicking me along, or they just made me feel special for 2 seconds. But what actually happened, if this helps you at all, is that they actually did have very strong in-love energy with you. But as soon as they actually had to own it, there came a point where reality hits and the fullness of self as the King of Pentacles. When it came time to own it, they couldn't. And then they said what they had to say. They did what they have to did. I couldn't have been feeling all that. No, there's no way. There's no way. It was too much too soon. I'm going to talk myself out of it. Walls, walls, walls. It's like the closer you got, the more they pushed you away. And then you interpreted it as a negative devil. They're using me, narcissistic, right? It's just sexy fun time for them. No, there was something a lot deeper going on. So again, if that helps you, I hope it does. And I'm sorry if they never told you. I sincerely doubt that they did. It doesn't feel like they did. Because if they had told you at any point the real feeling, they first of all would have to have been comfortable with it. They weren't. And second, if they had, I don't think you would have felt this poorly about it. You wouldn't have arrived to the conclusion you arrived at had they really informed you at all of their emotionality. So when somebody's that busy rejecting the enormity of their feelings, why would you know? Okay, so you're not crazy, but I don't want you to think it was all that bad either. Okay. So Knights of Pentacles, yeah, with the world, not only did whatever little investment they have stop, it came to a dead stop. There was no traction there at all in Judgment. This is their lesson, man. This is their lesson. What they're going to learn from all this, I don't know, except for that Page of Pentacles that I saw over here was probably their first initial correct feeling. That's their lesson. Not what the King of Pentacles said had to be true, but their initial investment was the correct lesson. But again, tell that to someone who's not prepared to see it, experience it, or feel it. Okay? Okay, at first I thought it was a pacing thing, honey, and don't get me wrong, this was drawn out. And it might still be a distant thing. It just, I don't know. Like I said, does distance really matter? If two people are even at a distance and they really want to work it out and figure out equal give and take, they will. Because they're motivated to. I can't, Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Death. It's pretty straightforward from this point, yeah? There you go. It was in your best interest, honey. The Five of Pentacles, I think you felt it was headed in this direction for a while. That's the fear, but it was a reasonable fear too. As much as you had reasonable hope, it looks like you had reasonable fear. Also, P.S., somebody here might suffer from abandonment issues. And that's going to play a huge part into how someone functions in their love space. Someone who's afraid of abandonment will either form connections that have very weak love components, okay, or they just won't. They'll form unions that are more functioning based, if they do at all. You know, they're perpetual bachelors or bachelorettes or something like that. Always craving love, but too afraid to actually dive into it, own it. More often than not, they just end up forging very weak connections in terms of love. It might be high functioning where the world can see it, okay. But it's not what they want. I don't know. Let's take a look. Show me that Five of Pentacles, please. Show me that Five of Pentacles. You know, you end up causing the very thing you fear the most because you won't step into the energy that binds you. The Magician, Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, they had a fear, dude. Seriously, that's. I'm telling you, this is that person who is afraid of the real deal. There's that Page of Pentacles, that Nine of Cups. They already showed me that at the beginning. There's that Nine of Cups. They wanted to give more, but they were afraid to do so at the same time. Very afraid to do so at the same time. I know you think this person was full of shit. I can't blame you. If that's the conclusion you arrived at, it's actually not your fault. You did play into it for a while. I got it. Even while you were becoming grossly frustrated and pissed off, you did play into it, but I understand why you continued to. You really meant what you said back here at the beginning. And they gave you reason to believe that they felt the same. It was just very small. And instead of allowing that Page of Pentacles to grow into what they actually wanted to represent themselves with, they shrank away from it and said, no, that can't be true. It can't be true. Too much, too fast. Walls, walls, walls. I've said. And I think this is what they actually wanted to offer you. And saying, woe is me at the same time, I can't. This is what I believe they actually wanted. Wish fulfillment. The Ace of Pentacles, the legitimacy, the manifestation of it. Bringing it forward to fully own what that King of Pentacles actually wants to own, instead of telling himself that he doesn't. Okay. Six of Swords. Moving on. Death. It's pretty straightforward. They've kind of already bowed out. You saw that. There is no movement from them. Okay. You know this. So I suppose, if anything, I hope it helps you today, perhaps a little bit more about what they were experiencing. Okay. Show me that Six of Swords, please. I really wish people could own their heart and their authentic self. That's all. It's easier said than done. Six of Swords, Six of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Eight of Wands. Intuitively, there you are. There's your intuition saying, intuitively, you feel, and you're correct, you could work through this. You've already shown me that. You have a very strong will, sense of this is what I could do, and I feel it. It's true for you. It's not for them. Okay? You have to remember to distinguish those things. Just because you can doesn't mean the other person can. You have that I can do it spirit because I'm motivated and I love this. They don't have that. They'd have to know that they love this. They'd have to know that they wanted it for themselves and not just be afraid of losing it, or that there's no point to it. They'd have to be willing to take their walls down to receive something so beautiful. They'd have to know what their worth is, and this King of Pentacles, unfortunately, does not know what their worth is, in love or otherwise. That's their job. This is my worth, this is my value. And for some reason, they don't associate their heart space with their value. This is what I truly love. This is what truly makes me happy. Fuck, that has got to go. Or I won't indulge in it. Or it can't possibly be for me. Walls, walls, walls. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Fear, fear, fear. You moved on from it. Your intuition told you you can balance Pisces. They can't. You arrived to it here and here. Six of Swords twice, same concept. If I keep exposing myself to this as the Fool over and over again, I'm just going to continuously be unhappy. Yeah, I'll have moments of this feels good here and there with them, but it's not satisfying to me when I know I can give and receive so much more. Yes, correct. Yeah. Show me death, please. You know you can. I think anytime they've ever tried to approach you with anything, it just gets cut in half or down to a quarter. Show me death, show me death, show me death. Oh, okay. I'm not too happy with that one. Okay, a bit tricky. All right, show me death, please. Ace of Swords, the Sun, the Five of Wands. Whatever the truth of happiness is here, it's a sun that seems to be the impossible task. There is happiness here, prospects on both sides. But if somebody refuses to see it, what are you going to do? You can't fight that. You can't make someone fight with them. Argue. You feel the happiness. Dang it, you. I know you feel the same. You feel the happiness, you stupid head. No, it doesn't work like that. It's a truth that had to be cut. And the tension dies with it. Is there potential for sun and happiness? Yeah, I saw it. I know you probably didn't see it that way. The conclusion, I don't blame you for the conclusion you arrived at. I really don't. It makes perfect sense. If I were to step into your shoes, I would have arrived at the same damn conclusion. You know what? This is a bunch of bullshit. This person's using me. I just make them feel good. I turn them on. And I waited all this for nothing. I was patient with this person and understanding with them for nothing. I was compassionate with them for nothing. I was trying to work with them constructively for nothing. They just used me, they strung me out, etc. I don't blame you for arriving to the conclusion. I can just tell you that this person was experiencing a great deal more. But if they don't know it, why would you? I think they fell in love very quickly. And it felt really fucking good on the forefront. And then reality hits. That can't be happening. 1,000 walls in 1,000 different places, none of which was your job to fight through, to argue with, or to dismantle. Even while they wanted to give you more, they were afraid to. I will say this, your intuition's correct in one respect here. I understand. When something becomes devilish, by the way, if you are someone who is indeed highly intuitive, but if you get emotionally entangled into something that complex, that difficult to understand, it's going to become devilish, and you're not going to be able to feel your intuition around it. You just can't. That's why you held out. That's why you stayed in it as long as you did, because you got out of access with your intuition. Okay. Otherwise, I sincerely doubt you're that Pisces that would have gotten tangled up in this. I just don't think you would have messed around with it. It's like, I'm sorry, I see you coming from a mile off. You got a lot of good qualities in you do, but I can feel that you're heart shy, gun shy. I know you feel something, but you're not in a position to claim it. There's something about you that's just way too insecure. Like, you won't claim your feelings. You just won't. I know you won't. I'm looking at you, and you've got 1,000 walls around you. But you want to feel something, right? You can practice on somebody else. I'm not a newbie. Your intuition was correct in one respect. You knew you could balance and do what you needed to do to make this work. The other side wouldn't. And you're just showing me. This idea of happiness isn't it. It's too much of a struggle. It's too much of a fight. It's over. So this is very, very fresh, or you're still processing it. There's a very good chance that you're still processing it, and in which case Spirit confirms to you that you're on the right path. Okay? I want you to just kind of part ways with this energy if you haven't completely done it up here and in here. Part ways with it. It's like whatever it is that you felt or weren't feeling, I forgive you. I forgive myself. I gotta go. The Pisces I'm looking at, you're not interested in holding grudges. You're not interested in being angry because you've done all that. And how does that help you? Exactly. How does it help you to move forward in your path of healing? So if you're that person who's wishing for vengeance, this is not that message. And I'm not into that. I don't do revenge tarot. I don't do that crap. It's one thing when I see somebody clearly regretting and remorsing what happened. And I'll tell you. Pisces, I'm looking at, you're not interested in being angry because you've already done it. You're not interested in being frustrated. You've already done it. You just want to get back on your particular path. And I do like this acceptance. I really do. It's harsh, but it's real. Realistic acceptance that this is not a happy situation. Did it have the potential to be? Was it too much of a fight and struggle that had to be cut out? Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right, let's do some of these. Where are we? Okay. Messages of closure. This is a combination. The Hidden Truth Oracle. Messages of closure. I am sorry that you had to go through all of this. I just don't think, honey, if it weren't for your love for this situation or person, I just don't think you would have bothered. Not the Pisces I'm looking at. I think we all meet that one person who tests our boundaries and our limits. And it's like, I would never be like this except with you. And that's our lesson. Right there. That person, I wouldn't lower my standards for you. I wouldn't do this, that, or the other. I wouldn't. It's crazy. I only put that kind of effort into people I already know would do the same for me. And you keep proving that you wouldn't do the same for me, so why the hell am I here? That's the lesson. They had theirs too. Theirs, though, is much harsher than yours. So when you reflect upon them, and inevitably you will, try to show them some compassion, because I can tell you right, if you're offended by that, that's not the Pisces I'm looking at. I would show them some compassion because their lesson is much harder. Man, you fucked up big time. Your first initial instinct about your being in love with this person or the situation was correct, and you've been screwing it up ever since. That's the harder lesson. So you being mad at yourself for hanging in there as long as you did, that's peanuts compared to that. That's what I'm saying. If you're a true healer, you'll see the truth in that and say, you know what, you're right. I wish them well. I'm going through my life review. Oh, no shit. No shit. That's what I'm talking about. Heal thyself, show compassion to yourself, show forgiveness to yourself. You know, and in time you'll be able to do that for them too. I am helping you now. Okay, so I don't know what that's about. I am helping you now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I'm helping you now. I don't know where it's coming from, except maybe perhaps you were helping yourself once more. By giving yourself a life review, you feel like your energy's back in alignment. You feel like your intuition's back with you. You're back on board with you. I don't know. What's going on, please? Anything else in here for Pisces? I love you unconditionally. I know. I know you did. I was wrong and I'm sorry. It was my fault, but I blamed you and some part of me knew. Yes. I was wrong and I'm sorry. I love you unconditionally. I know that's you. Even when you're angry, and when you got angry, of course you did. I know that you still love them. I know. Just admit it. That's part of being the hermit in temperance. Okay? It's not the rejection of feelings, it's the acceptance of them and working past them or through them. Just don't get stuck in them. I was wrong and I'm sorry, and it was my fault, but I blamed you. Some part of me knew. Yeah, I know. I saw that some part of them knew too, even while they were rejecting it. Some of you speak through me to music, or speak to me through music. I'll throw down some. Yeah, this is looking like something that's fresh. You're still processing it. Clouds, there's always a silver lining in all things, and for some of you it's just cloudy where you are. Yes, of course, and then also the representation of dreams, daydreaming, that kind of thing. Cat was in reverse. Somebody was not listening to themselves, clearly. We have the medallion of Scorpio. I did see that Scorpio energy here. Some of you might have some very prominent Scorpio in your chart, especially with that kind of bold acceptance. That could very well be it, but also, yes, of course, such heavy earth energy here as well. The intuitive, that's you, could be connecting to fellow Pisces. Here we have the anchor, the emotional anchor, the thing. That's the thing about King, Queen, and Pentacles. They need to be needed. Well, here's the thing. Water signs need to be loved. They need to have something that anchors them to the other person. The material world might come and go, but we never feel secure as we're emotionally anchored to someone. And they're just... No, this person was not emotionally anchored to you. I see how they kept you around. but it's not the same thing. Aquarius, let's see, Pegasus is in reverse. Somebody who lacked initiative, drive, that male ambition to take off and be independent. Lacking those qualities. And the letter Y. Just one letter? Really? And it's a Y? Okay. The goldfish is upside down. That's you, backwards. Yeah, I know. There's points where you're not listening to yourself. And then, of course, the big masculine glasses. All right. Yeah, I think it's easy to talk yourself out of being in love when it's just resting on a page, because that page can get really excited, but that doesn't mean they're equipped to handle all that magnificent love energy. And when it's time for the King of Pentacles to pony up, he's like, oh, wall, nope, wall, fear, wall, that can't be happening. And it just bums me out, man. Open up, no shit. That was the simplest thing. That was the simplest fucking thing. Good luck. Yeah, I know. Good luck, I know. Oh, goodness. Inner healing is in reverse. Yeah, I would say somebody has not done their inner healing. Guess who? And again, that's a precarious journey. You know, you have no say in that. To each his own. Wish you well on your journey. Wish them well in theirs. End of a cycle. Yes, we saw that. Regrets. Yes, there is regrets here about that cycle. We thought that there would be some sort of something that constituted new love. In whatever form it took. Love is love. There is regret here. Because we felt it. You weren't wrong. But it was pretty much closed off as soon as it opened up. You know, there was too much fear and anxiety from this person about what it means and how fast it was happening. And I think this is someone who tends to be very, very practical, pragmatic, but thinks that they typically probably deserve less, or they're not used to having more of their heart's wishes, desires, dreams, the beauty. I don't know. Oh, and I did see there's big dollar bill. There might be finances into play that I'm not seeing today, and also confirmation of the earth signs. Okay. Okay, Pisces, I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. I will see you for the Sunday shuffle, as well as your next full-length read. Take care. Be well.